I know I'm going to get really into this. All right, so we have got ourselves, let's see here, full crowd here tonight. And of course, again, as I mentioned before, I'm pretty certain this was supposed to have been a bunny-themed game, but the bunny got traded. There are no lay-pines on that floor. Crushing, isn't it?
It's a little bit bad, but I mean, apparently Mr. Frump had brought in a former Alpha, Pat Williamson.
And there's the start. Sorry about that. Got a little caught up talking about the bunnies, and first blood is drawn by the Mayors as they win the tip-off. Driving in for the easy bucket. Now we got it in the Alphas' paws. Rene Lacoste pass inside, finds Umechi back to the basket. Turns around with the curly tail, able to kiss it off the glass for a 2 for the Alphas. That ties it up.
30 seconds in, and we're already tied. This is going to be a great game so far.
Going the other way right now. Ball still in the woods. Isolating. Plenty of space. Hand off to Moon. Inside. Tough pass. Brown's able to get it, but she's blocked. Had a huge body in front of her. No way she was shooting through that, and it goes the other way. And now the Alphas going inside, but they lose it. We're going the other way again. Another transition. Fast break, but it's stopped by the defense. But the quick shot off the elbow, no good. But there's a player there to pick it up right at under the hoop, and no good. The second chance is not able to go down, and we're going the other way once more. Alphas with it. Big pass, hits the corner. Newton's there, but he's quickly guarded. He has to kick it back out to the woods. Lacoste with it. Hizzy move. Drives his way inside. He's in the kennel. He can't make it. Torrealba's there to deliver the big block, and he steals the ball away to make it go the other way. We've got Brown now with it. Wendy Brown. He's prowling around the woods right now, isolating, hands it off. McQuilkin from 3. It's good!
Big Mac with the big 3 to give the Mayors a 3-point lead.
Lacoste now taking it up. Caught by the defense there. Pass inside. High arcing pass. Finds Umechi. Back to the basket. Turns around. Curly tail. Puts it up. No good. Kiss off the glass, but it rolled away. But he draws a foul. That's on McQuilkin right after he shot the 3. And now that'll put Umechi at the line for 2.
D'Angelo did not look very happy on that foul call, but Umechi knew exactly how to draw that foul off the line. It's a cat and dog thing, I think.
Definitely something like that.
Not to mention Wendy Brown on the other end of the floor. No one boxed her out for that rebound after McQuilkin missed that earlier shot.
I love the pass inside, but Wendy Brown down low, that's just not going to work when you've got an opponent with as many big bodies as this one's got. And there is just height to this team. And I tell you that, the excitement, there are some great aggressive players out there, but in the end, you just got to understand the physics of it. Mechi splitting his free throws, misses the second one. That'll leave it a 2-point game. We got the Mayors at 5, Alphas at 3. McQuilkin in the woods, he kicks it out. Brown now out there. Swing pass from Brown over to Stote. He's got to touch the ball. He's usually very dangerous to the shoulder, but decides not to take it. They swing the ball all the way around back to McQuilkin, opposite shoulder, puts up the layup, and no good. Rolled off the rim, and it's recovered by the Alphas. We're going the other way. Kick out, Lee. He gets a touch of it, but he's in the woods, well outside of his range. Hands off to Umechi, who then hands it back off to Lacoste. Jack with it, back to the Husky. Umechi, drive. Almost looked like he got around the defense, but wasn't able to quite do it. Then he makes a tough shot, puts it up. No good, but he draws a foul, this time on Moon. Alexander Moon picks up his first shooting foul, and that will put Umechi at the line again.
Is Umechi going to split his free throws once more? I mean, he needs to concentrate. These are crucial points early in the game because later on down the line, you're going to be tired.
Now that is actually a really good point, and I'm looking at my stats that I so conveniently printed up. So far, between these two teams, Raju Umechi he's not perfect, but he's hit 14 of 15 of his free throws when these two teams have played. So I guess that just went, that spread just went up to 2. Able to make the first one.
So in other words, he got his miss out of the way early. He's going to hit the rest of them. Is that it?
That would seem to be if the stats hold. Lining up for the second. I'll tell you, whenever he's able to take free throws, you really get to appreciate the pause very nicely.
Well, because they're not moving. Just keep an eye on them.
Mechi makes the second. That ties up the game. It's 5 points apiece. Moon now with it. Alexander Moon in the woods. Handoff, Stote at the shoulder, bounce pass, inside, Torrealba, got his shell to the basket. Big turnaround, big arm up, and it's no good. Rolled off the back of the iron, is recovered by Newton. Zipnut bringing it up, hands off to Umechi. And from 3! No good. Big, huge rebound by Alexander Moon. Excellent job. The big wolf getting up there and getting a paw on it. And then Wendy Brown knocking over the defense, but she's not able to get to the basket. Still caught up in the bodies. Kicks it out, but then she gets it again. She's back in the deep woods. Hand off to Stote. Stote jab step, then back to Brown. Brown tried to do a pass, but faked with it. They're running out of time. Gonna have to take the shot. Tough fadeaway. It's good!
McQuilkin used the T-ball as a great screen there. It's 7-5, 8:30 left in the first quarter.
Tough shot there. The line fading away, running out of time, but still able to connect. Unlike the Alphas, who missed with that one, and now we're going the other way after the rebound by the Mayors. Hand off Moon, over to Brown. Brown now with it. Back to Moon. Moon, pump fake, but no bite. He's way outside of his range, and nobody's going to bite on that one. Hand off to McQuilkin. Bounce pass. Stote now with it, near the top of the key. He puts up the shot. Rolled off the back of the iron, and John Stote is missing. He is not shooting his best here. Still hasn't scored, but Roger Umechi dashes in, but he can't make the points, but he's able to make the rebound. That gives him a fresh 24, and then the second chance points don't go down as Zipnut is unable to connect from 20. And Stote can't connect either. Had a great shot there. There was some tight defense, but he can make that shot. This time he doesn't. Unable to connect from 14. Kick, Lacoste. Umechi, wide open 3. It's good!
And that finally gives the Alphas the lead. It's 8-7 with 7.5 left in the first quarter.
Beautiful job by Dasher there, using the corner to distract the defense. That left the Husky wide open in the woods. And that's the one dog that'll punish you for that. Stote, McQuilkin, going all the way around the arc. Brown now, top of the woods. Hand off. Stote, running out of time. He's going to have to do something with it. Gets inside, and Stote, beautiful job there with a weasel dancing his way inside, getting the kiss off the glass for 2.
Great penetration into the key. Great redirection to get around the defense. And holy cow!
It's good! Ho, ho, ho! Renee Lacoste, beautiful job there driving in.
It looked like a Stote move there.
Yeah, I think that he was inspired there. Ball's tapped. Quite a tap there. That was Peschke, the new Alpha, getting a big paw on the ball, and it just kind of bounced away and rolled out into the audience. That's an out of bounds. They'll have to rebound it. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Alphas with a 1-point lead. But the Mayors can take a lead with a bucket here. Stoke, tough shot. No good. He is not shooting his best. That was a very difficult one. He felt under pressure. Had to do that with very little room. The defense right up against him. Alpha's recovering. Kick out. Mechi's got it now. He kicks it out quickly. Lacoste now at the shoulder. He doesn't like it. He goes even deeper into the woods with Zipnut. Zipnut penetrated, but then got rid of it. Inside, Lee is down low, and the Big Bear gets a bucket.
Lee Jin Sung managed to squeeze all the way down into the key, right under the bucket, got that feed, and was able to lay it right up.
That is a marvelous job. Great offense there, seeing the big body down low. That's an easy bucket. That's exactly what coaches like to see. Make it simple. Don't go for the tough shots. Go for the easy points. Torrealba back to the basket. A little hop from the big tortoise, and oh my goodness! He lands on his back as the defense pushes him, but they get away with it, no call. And then the quick transition, and there's another bucket as Dasher flies all the way to kiss it off the glass.
Alphas with a small 4-point run there. Mayors take a timeout just to make sure that they got to get back into this game. It's 14-9 with about 5.5 left in the first quarter.
Mayors doing a good job starting off, but they're losing it a little bit here. Alpha's on a bit of a run. They were able to punish. I think the last point was the marvelous job by Stote, weaseling his way through the defense, getting down low and kissing it, as opposed to his. But his long shot is not going down. He's tried to make several attempts from distance, but his just doesn't seem to have the range tonight.
That and the defense is really keeping their eye on Stote. They're leaving everybody else open, including Torrealba at the bottom. Out of bounds on that tip.
Like Renee Lacoste touched the ball as it was passed and ended up back into the audience again. So 7 seconds on the shot clock, inbound for the Alphas. Excuse me, for the Mayors. Inbound. McQuilkin's got it.
It's the uniforms, I'm pretty sure. They're almost so similar.
Just as soon as we talk about Stoat, he drills home a 3.
Took him a few minutes, but I guess he's finally warmed up.
And that's all it takes to get the momentum back. It's now 12 Mayors, 14 Alphas. After John Stoat able to drill one from the shoulder. Beautiful job there. After missing several from range that time, that one goes right through the hoop. And what a block! Alexander Moon getting a paw on it, and that is a rejection. Mayors with it. They got a chance to tie it up with a bucket here.
Or Stoat can hit that 3, get that lead.
He's lining up for it, but he pump fake, decided not to take the shot. That was his spot, though, exactly where he'd gotten the last 3. Instead, we're going to the other opposite shoulder. McQuilkin with it. Still in the triple threat, but he's running out of time. Gonna have to do something with it. Brown had it to Stoat. Stoat from 3! Not this time. That was the right spot, but the wrong shot. Bounced off the rim, and we're going the other way. Alpha's got it all the way to the hoop. No good. Beautiful job reaching it, but not able to give it the right touch. Roger Umechi gave it too much mustard off the warm, fuzzy paws.
Going back the other way, Mayors with the ball. Torrealba all the way out in the woods.
Stoat driving in, took a step towards the key, but decided to get rid of it. Ends up handing it to McQuilkin, running out of time. Spin cycle, the big line, gets to the elbow, puts it up, and he gets the last second shot.
The Brit to the Brit. It's now a tie game at 14 apiece with 3:45 left in the first quarter.
You have just got to love D'Angelo McQuilkin's game. I tell you, this is a guy who, after getting into the FBA, was not given a lot of attention, failed to make it to the rookie challenge, and yet has just kept up with his playing, won the Most Improved Player Award, and yeah, has just been a remarkable athlete ever since. I mean, he has been such a key a factor in the Mayors' success this year.
Most definitely, and I think it's partly due to the fact that he's playing alongside a fellow Brit. John Stoat has really coached that kid into being the player that he is right now, and except that he's got 2 fouls. And it's really early in the game to be having that many personal fouls. So looks like there's going to be a big line substitution here.
Got a number of new paws coming out onto the floor. Delky Holland, Josh Green coming out.
Josh Green, I love that squirrel. I mean, I understand he's supposed to be the Mayor's replacement for Zipnut, but he just hasn't had a chance to shine yet.
Well, he's doing pretty well here with this team. I mean, it's that free throw there, that'll put the Alphas ahead by 1. Now Mayors 14, Alphas 15. Taking a quick glance at the Josh Green stats there. I mean, he's scored 23 times between these two. Excuse me, he's averaging quite a few points per game. Is that? No, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. What am I looking at? I was about to say, there's no way he's got that average. That's how many points he's gotten between these two teams. Mayors, they're able to take the lead there as there's a bucket.
Yep. Josh Green, just what we were talking about, he got the score over there.
All I got to do is talk about these guys. They start playing really well.
Apparently.
Oh, wrestling for the ball. Oh, they call a jump ball. Yeah, so fighting with Umechi for that one. That was a little bit of a battle going on there. And yeah, ref said that's enough. We're going to a jump ball here. And it's won by the Mayors.
J-Mac got Umechi tied up with that jump ball, and J-Mac won the tip on that one.
That's a tough one. Got the Husky and the Badger all fighting for it. And I mean, in that one, yeah, he was able to win it, and that worked out. Jump ball, win by the Mayors. They got a chance to extend their lead right now. Handoff. Holland now. Holland Telke. Telke Holland. Driving in. She's running out of time, though. She's going to have to take the tough shot from 18. Back of the iron. No good. And Fastricul is there to make the easy buck. He barely has to jump to pick up that ball. He's able to just scoop it right off the back of the iron. Going the other way. Then the shot from the top of the kennel. It's good. Roger Umechi with another one.
I think he has 10 of the Alpha's 17 points right now.
Umechi is definitely, that's where the fire's coming from right now. Zipnut has not taken off so far. Really been kind of quiet. Green now with it. Handoff. Holland. Outside. Getting rodent to rodent here. He does the spin cycle, trying to get inside, having trouble with it, makes another shot, but that time, front of the rim, no good, and it's recovered by the Alphas. They got a chance to extend their lead with this one. Redmayne, bounce pass, inside, forgets nothing. He's down low, but he loses it. It's taken by the Mayors. We're going the other way.
Bounce pass was way too hard.
Looked like a good opportunity, but I think the defense collapsed on him way too fast. If he had just had a little bit more room, then the Raccoon could have made that bucket, but smart work by the Mayors there to collapse on the kennel as soon as they needed to. And then from the shot, and McCormick able to hit a bucket from the corner.
That's the one thing that folks keep forgetting about J-Mac. He is a decent three-point shot. Not as good as Stoughton, not as good as Nina Lime, who used to be on the Mayors, but he can hit that three.
You look at the stats, he's got that move in there, wide open at the corner. That's guaranteed points there. That time, Alpha's giving it too much mustard, my favorite thing to say. That rolled off the back of the iron, and it's recovered by the Mayors, so they got another chance to extend their lead. They're up by 2 right now. Mayors 19, Alpha's 17. Inside, McCormick. This time they're not making that mistake. They got a defender on him right away, all over his body. They got to get out of there. Holland now with it. She's only got 2 seconds to shoot. Holland, step back from 22. It's good!
And that's another player that has a great outside touch is Telke Holland. Yeah, she was supposed to be greater on defense, but she almost beat out Theodore Sandler in the 2009 three-point efficiency rating.
That was a beautiful job taking advantage of the situation. Streakiel driving in, using his big body to get the kiss off the glass. He gets a bucket. But in the previous shot there, Telke Holland taking the step back. When you've got range, look, if 20 feet and 22 feet are the same to you, just take that step back, get that room, and there she punished them with a beautiful shot from long range there. Another from 3. This time back of the iron, no good, and Streakiel is there to pick up the rebound. Alpha's now with it. They're going the other way.
Shot clock's turned off.
Oh, we're down to the seconds here of the first. 4, 3, forgets nothing, puts up the shot. No good, bounced off the iron, and that'll be the last shot of the first quarter, and it'll end with the Mayors ahead by a bucket. Mayors 21, Alphas 19.